What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Hey, sorry I'm late, you guys. Let me say hi to the people and let's get this party started. Hey, Lemon Kush, what's up? Sly Sylvia, Amber, what's going on? Self care, not selfish. Hey, my love. Hey, Diva, Tracy Wilson, Tan, what's going on? Hey, Lovely 31. Hey, Nikki, Morgan, Keisha. Hey, Miss Bay Thing, give me shelter. Hey, 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 Steph Boogie, Vintage 1970. Hey, what's up, Phil? Blueface. Hey, Montrez. Hey, can y'all hear me? I'm just gonna share that we're live. Can y'all just let me know if y'all can hear me? Um, all right. All right. Yep, you can hear me. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Because I don't have the microphone plugged in. I was trying to get the microphone, my new microphone set up, and I ran out of time. So the microphone is not plugged in. So I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. Um, at the end of this, when we get to the end of it, if some of y'all don't mind hanging back so that y'all can help me with this microphone, do some testing to make sure that the volume, so I can set it up. I need your help. I need your help. So what's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day. Now listen, the tribe meeting is gonna be a little different today because I have a couple of little small things I just want to share with y'all. But the main story we're gonna talk about is this Sukihana situation. All right, the main thing we're gonna talk about is this Sukihana situation. I am gonna drop the link, so if anybody wants to come up and anybody wants to share what they have to say, I would love to hear it. I've been good. Hey, baby blue Prada shoes. I've been good. I told you I have just been coming home from work and going to sleep. Like I have been needing naps, and I don't know what that's about. So that's why, like, not overslept, but I slept longer than I wanted to. So that kind of put everything else behind. Pam's supposed to be taking a nap. Pam's supposed to be taking a nap. Hey, Pooh. Hey, Pam. So, but I've been good. Today was, well, yesterday was the last day of school. Tomorrow is the last day for teachers. The last day. So after tomorrow, I'm on vacation. Woo, woo. And I already got 500 things to do. Already got 500 things to do, honey. So that's that. I'm a single parent this week. No naps for me. I know. Because I was wondering when you said you were taking a nap. I said she must have convinced her mini me to take a nap too. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I was thinking. Sorry, y'all. I just got finished eating something. Yeah. Um, your last day is the 26th, child. We just tired. Maybe that's what it is, child. My body is just like, girl, go sit down somewhere. I don't know. And they just do stupid stuff at work. It just, I don't have a problem doing stuff that needs to be done. I have a problem with people giving me busy work. I don't like it. I don't do it to my students, and I don't like when people do it to me. And I feel like that's what they're doing, and it's irritating my soul. You almost home? You in week 2 of summer session? Child, child. All right, so let me just say this real quick, and then we're gonna get into some things. Um, so at the end of the school year for teachers, we have to do. I mean, I don't know about anybody else that's in education, but I know for me, every school I've ever worked at, we've had to do end of the year checkout, right? You have to get signatures from certain people in the building. It's almost like a scavenger hunt, right? You have the sheet, and you have to get signatures from the different people who are in charge of the different things. So the person who Your department chair, they have to sign off that you turned in all your textbooks. You have to do you have to shut your classroom down. Make sure, so there's certain things you have to do for your classroom to be, so they can clean it over the summer. So whoever's in charge of making sure you clean your classroom, you got to get them to sign. Make sure you turn your grades in. Make sure all your attendance is in. Make sure if you ran a club or anything and you have any outstanding money or anything like that, you have to get the bookkeeper to sign off. If you checked out any technology, it's just this whole long list of things that need to be taken care of. So last week they sent it to us. Usually it's just a printed form. You run around the building getting all these people's signatures. You got to find them. Make sure, if they're not in their office, you got to look for them, whatever. So last week they sent out an electronic form and they had all these links. They had a Google Classroom set up where you would upload all of the different forms and they had all these different links, right? And they were basically like, you don't have to get any signatures because once you've done the stuff and it's uploaded, you're good. So yesterday they make an announcement because people are confused. Because one person is telling them, no, you still have to get your signatures. And somebody else is saying, no, you don't have to get any signatures as long as you filled out your forms, right? So literally for the last week, we have been just filling out these electronic links and uploading them into the Google Classroom, thinking we're good. Yesterday, they sent out an email going, oh no, this morning, sent out an email talking about some, oh no, you still have to run around the building to get all these signatures. So basically, everybody now is just kind of like, F that. And I'm one of those people. I'm like, I'm not doing both. Either I'm going to run around this building and get signatures, or I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fill out all these damn links. But what I'm not doing is both because that's stupid. And I'm not, listen, if I were a first or second year teacher, maybe. But baby, I'm 25 years in. I'm not doing it. I will do one or I will do the other. But I'm not doing both. They did put the instructions in writing, but now they're changing what they put in writing. And that's why I said I ain't doing both. Because last week, the email that y'all sent last week said, you do not have to get signatures. So you don't get to come back now and say, oh, yeah, you do. So anyway, neither here nor there, child. So that's what I've been dealing with. And that's why I said I feel like y'all just giving us busy work just for the sake of giving us busy work. Like, because last year, they didn't make us come back on the last day. Last year, they were like, if you have everything done, if you've gotten all your signatures and you turned in your sheet, you don't have to come back on the last day. And I feel like they were just figuring out a way to make us have to come back on tomorrow when we really don't have to come back. Like, we shouldn't have to even come back if we've done everything we're supposed to do. You basically just making us come in the building for no reason. It's just stupid. Anyway, I ain't even fussing because after tomorrow I'm off for the next 2 months, so I ain't even going to trip. It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? So and Marnie, and that's it. That's it. Hey, Princess, happy belated birthday! I came over yesterday. I was looking for your cash app, but I didn't see your cash app and all that stuff. So let me know. I was gonna send you a little birthday blessing, honey. Little birthday blessing. Hey, Abby, what's up? So right, vintage. Somebody is bored. Well, what it boils down to is, you have. I mean, I hate to say it like this because I feel like I sound like a child or I sound juvenile when I say this, but what it is you got haters who you mad because you gotta be here all summer. So you trying to prolong us having to be there. Oh, well, technically y'all have to work tomorrow. Technically, the last day is tomorrow. Okay, fine. I don't care because I'm gonna go in there tomorrow. I'm only gonna get the signatures that I feel like I need to get. I'm gonna turn my paper in and I'm gonna leave. And what you gonna do about it? And I really hate being that person because I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? I do what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not that person. Not gonna use me as your example. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my principal did tell us not to worry about getting in it. Like, we have to be at work at 7:50. He was like, I'll be in my office at 9 o'clock for signatures. Basically, like, listen, if you don't get here till 9 o'clock, I don't even care. Like, today we had our end of the year little luncheon. The luncheon ended at 1 o'clock. He was like, I mean, I'm not gonna be looking for nobody. So basically, I'm letting you know if you leave now, I ain't tripping. I'm not gonna be looking for nobody after 1 o'clock. Like we leaving. I ain't looking for nobody. I'm not gonna be paging nobody. I'm not gonna, basically I ain't gonna have no gotchas. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thank you, whoever said they like my nails. Thank you. I finally got them done, child. You know I need to fill in like last week. Child, I didn't feel like going to the nail salon. I didn't feel like doing it. But since we got out of work early today, I said, oh, well, let me go get my nails done. Anyway. All right. So that's just me venting. That's me venting. And I know people are gonna be like, you got the rest of the summer, you a teacher. I get it. So I ain't I'm not complaining about the fact that I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm just complaining about y'all just doing stupid shit to make me come. Like, cause I promise you it ain't gonna change what I'm gonna do one way or the other. Child, and I fell in the cafeteria today, Lord, when we were getting ready to eat. Child, I went to go sit down. Baby, and that stool wasn't where I thought it was, baby. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground. People been texting me all afternoon. You okay? You okay? You all right? I said, you better be lucky this didn't happen in January, because if this had happened in January, I might have had to go out for a week or two. But since it happened on the next to last day, I'm fine. Oh, God. Child, I'm fine. I'm fine. Child, I was more embarrassed than anything else. I'm fine. I mean, you don't have to say that. You didn't have to say again. How about that? You don't have to say you fell again. Why you had to put again on there, letting these people know that I be falling all the time? You didn't have to do that. Hey, you need to let me know. People see you all in your robe and stuff. Huh? They can see the corner of the refrigerator. When you have on clothes, I don't really be tripping, but I mean, you got on clothes, but you know what I'm saying. What'd you say? Shut up. Anyway, I used to want to be a teacher, but my child said that she might have to fight the students. Child. I fell down the escalator at Gallery Place, and this group of women made it so hot. Just leave me. Right. Like sometimes, like the whole room went quiet. I was like, and then my principal happened to be, he had the microphone in his hand. He was walking around talking. He literally was right next to me. He was like, oh, you was great, because I was getting ready to say something smart to him. He was like, see, you was going to say something smart. See, you was going to say something smart. I said, I was. I was going to say something smart. Your coworker got fired. Oh no. That's a terrible way to end the school year. All right, y'all. Let me send this cash app to Princess for her birthday. And if anybody else want to bless her for her birthday, she put her cash app in the chat. She is she is a YouTuber. She be over there working hard. If y'all want to bless her, if you follow Princess. If not, it's okay. Y'all know what we do over here. I'm gonna just send her a blessing real quick, because y'all know if I don't do it right now, I'm gonna forget, child. House of the Princess. Let me make sure I spelled it right. HAUSOF. Oh, I didn't put an extra E in there. It's DTEE Princess. The Princess. There it is. Okay. All right. So teachers are quitting and they're playing these games. Child. But then they'll be sitting there trying to figure out why they don't know why teachers are quitting. Cause y'all stupid. Cause y'all stupid. But anyway, child. Both my brothers are teachers. They're so happy the school year's over. Child, you show me a teacher that ain't happy the school year's over. I'll show you a teacher that need to work harder. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I don't know what to say. Um, the worst thing is to fall a trip when you're frustrated or mad. Child, yes. Child, yes. All right, so um, I only have like I said, I got a couple of little quick, and then we're gonna get into this whole Sukiana thing because I got so much to say about it, and I'm probably gonna be all over the place, so y'all gonna have to bear with me a little bit. Um, oh, I forgot to put OK Cyrus on the thumbnail. I'll add him later. Um, Kim and Kroy, child, look, I think I'm sick of them already, and they ain't even. I'm just sick of them already. Uh, Let me read you guys. This is coming from TMZ. Kroy-Biermann is hit with a lawsuit for unpaid Rolls Royce bills amid ugly divorce with Kim Zolciak. Okay. Things just went from bad to worse for Kroy-Biermann. Not only is he embroiled in an acrimonious divorce from Kim Zolciak, but he's now being sued for allegedly missing lease payments on a Rolls Royce. According to new court docs obtained by TMZ, the ex-NFL linebacker hasn't paid a dime in months to BMW Financial Services to lease the company's 2020 Rolls Royce Cullinan. The docs say that BMW execs demanded Kroy return their $400,000 luxury vehicle, but he thumbed his nose at them and he kept it. The suit also includes the purported lease agreement signed by both parties and goes into detail about Kroy's failures to make his monthly payments. From July 2020 to July 2023, BMW, well, first of all, it's not even July 2023 yet. How you going to include June and July? Anyway, BMW claims Kroy was supposed to turn over $5,297 each month. God darn. Your car note is $5,000 a month. You might listen. For 36 months, totaling $190,000. But Kroy often came up short, the docs say, and more recently, he just didn't pay at all. BMW also points out Kroy's last payment was made all the way back in September of 2022. As a result, BMW is asking for a writ of possession in the suit. Translation: give us back our damn vehicle, Kroy. They also want the money they've lost out on. Meanwhile, Kroy has been battling his estranged wife Kim in divorce court over their finances and custody of their four young kids. In legal docs, okay, we already talked about that. So there were a couple of updates. Let me scroll to the top and let me read you this update. This update was as of 8 o'clock this morning. Kroy's attorney, Marlis Bergstrom, tells TMZ that Mr. Biermann never imagined that he would find himself in this position, having a car repossessed. But this is the fallout when folks find themselves spending way beyond their means. Kroy retired and no longer receives his NFL salary. I don't think anyone told Kim. Bergstrom continues, when it comes to finances, Kim is detached from reality. Every month, Kroy has to scratch enough money together to pay the mortgage and save the home from going into foreclosure. You mean again? Because it was already in foreclosure. They're getting collection notices and now lawsuits on behalf of creditors. Kim continues to spend money online gambling, wine, and things that are not necessities but luxuries. Well, now they have one less luxury item. So listen, hold on. Let me go back. Let me read this again. Hold on. Let me read something. Let me go back. Kroy, I'm not going to let you put all this on Kim. I'm just not. Now, do I think that Kim has a, has a lot to do with the situation that they're in? I'm going to say sure, but I'm not going to let you put all of this on Kim. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it says here that y'all leased that Rolls Royce Cullinan. If you don't know what the Cullinan is, that's the SWV. I mean, the SWV, Lord. That's the SUV. That's the Rolls Royce SUV. The reason why I'm not gonna let you put all this on Kim is because, sir, you leased that in 2020. You weren't playing for the NFL in 2020. You knew you weren't playing for the NFL in 2020. Now, maybe you had a job in 2020 and that job has fallen away. Maybe the Panorama hurt maybe some job opportunities for you. But let's be clear, sir, you weren't working for the NFL in 2020. So I'm not going to let you sit here and put all of this on Kim. Now we can put a lot on Kim, child. We can put a lot on Kim. Okay. I do think that Kim spends beyond her means. I do think that Kim has a gambling problem, but here's what I also think. I think you knew that for a long time. I think Kim spent we know that Kim has spent money like this since going back to her Real Housewife days when Big Papa was sending. Remember the first episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta when Kim was in that townhouse driving that remember she was driving a Rolls Royce, or was it a Bentley? Remember she had a Rolls Royce back then, I believe. And um 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 Big Papa was sent thank you. Big Papa was sending personal shoppers over to her house. I remember they sent that those Yves Saint Laurent shoes, and she was like, "Thank you, Big Papa." Y'all remember that? So Kim has always been spending like that. Cali girl, I understand that they still had their TV show, but I'm reading what the lawyer said. The lawyer said his NFL salary. So I'm going by what the lawyer said. Yes, they still had their reality show, but the lawyer said something about him being the NFL, and what I'm saying is he been out the NFL. Okay, now the other thing too is, and maybe I'm just too logical about stuff. Maybe I'm just too damn logical about stuff. But you know that all things come to an end. TV shows end every day, so even if y'all was spending like crazy because you had the money coming in, the minute that the show ended, y'all should have started looking at downsizing and re-evaluating your spending habits. That is what responsible adults do. And let me be clear, y'all are both grown, and between the two of y'all got 6 damn kids. Okay? Now you got a good deal on that house because you bought that house and the house is worth more than what you bought it for. So that was a great investment. That was a great investment. But what you didn't need to be doing, and even if they had leased the Rolls Royce when he was still under contract with Bravo, and then the show got canceled, then you know what you do? Because it's a lease. You didn't own it. You take it back. Yeah, you might take a hit, but let's be clear, rich people don't have credit issues like we got credit issues. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. Rich people don't have credit issues like we got credit issues. You would took that lease back, you would have downsized it instead of having a 2020 Cullinan, maybe you downsize it to a BMW, and your car note might go from $5,000 a month to maybe $2,000 a month, and you keep it moving. I mean, it just is what it is. But that's what adults do. That's what adults do. So I get it, Cali girl, but my thing is this again, like I'm saying, yeah, when the money is coming in, fine. But when the money is no longer coming in, then what adults do is adults adjust. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like neither one of them did that. And I know it's easy to blame Kim because I think that between the two of them, we look at Kim as the spender. We look at Kim as the extravagant one. But what I'm going to say is they were two peas in a pod. That's why this whole divorce thing has a lot of people shocked, and some people don't even believe it's real. They think it's just a ploy for them to get back on TV with a storyline, which I'm be honest with you, I ain't 100% convinced that it's real either. Now, I think that they putting too much of their business out there, but I ain't 100% convinced that this is a real situation either, if you want to know the truth of the matter. But Kroy was in lockstep with Kim's crazy publicly. Now, privately, I can't say what he was or wasn't doing, but publicly, he was in lockstep with all of that. Hey, Brittany, what's up, peace? Hey, boo. New money shows itself, old money hides. You better say that again for people in the back, honey. Say it again to the people in the back. So I was gonna tell you had a box over there. I see you got it. So my thing is this. That's just like and I don't know if I told y'all this before, but like one of my cousins, give y'all this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. One of my cousins, she had a good job with the government. She was a contractor, had like her own little thing going on, making good money. I mean, she making good money, right? Had a nice house out in a nice area of Maryland, nice, I mean, not ridiculous, not extravagant, but nice. Nice house, living good. Didn't, she wasn't a multi-millionaire, but she wasn't checking her She wasn't checking her bank account every payday either. You understand what I'm saying? She lost her contract. She lost her contract. She ended up decided she wanted to teach. So she took a serious pay cut to her finances, right? So what did she do? The first thing she did was she found somewhere else to live and she rented out that house. And then this was pre gentrification in DC. So she said, well, a way that I can supplement my income because I'm no longer working this job, I'm going to be a teacher and I know I'm taking a serious pay cut. Let me rehab some properties because they were at that point. Child, I wish I knew then what I know now because I'd be a millionaire. And I'm not even bullshitting. I'd be a millionaire right now because if I knew then what I know now, I'd have done the same thing she did. Matter of fact, I would have asked her to show me the way. I would have been like, can you help me buy some properties and do what you're doing if I knew then what I know now. But she bought up because they were damn near giving away property in DC back then. She bought up property, rehabbed it out, and rented them houses out. Those houses that she was buying for $50,000, $60,000, and I'm not exaggerating, she was buying houses for $50,000, $60,000 in DC. Those houses are now $1 million houses. Fast forward, she taught, she retired. That was her basically her second career. And now she's got a nice little extra income. Now she's turned two of those houses into Airbnbs and they are never empty. So she went from renting them out to turning them into Airbnbs because she said she just got tired of having to keep looking for tenants and not being sure if the tenants was gonna pay. She sold a couple of her properties after the Panorama. And now she done turned two or three of them properties into Airbnbs. And they're never empty. They're never empty. She good. Now, going back to what T. Jones said about you don't see, old money hides, you would never know that on paper, she's a millionaire. She's a millionaire on paper. When you take all of her properties and what her properties are worth and you take what she makes versus what she spends, she's a millionaire. You never fucking know it. You would never know it. She still buys her cars used. And I don't mean like falling down jalopies, but she goes and gets her certified used. That she drives a nice car, but it's a certified used car. She should go to the dealership, pay cash for it. You know what I'm saying? Like she still is very shrewd with her money. But when life threw her lemons, she just fucking made lemonade. And I know everybody doesn't necessarily have the means and all that good stuff, but the reality of the situation is y'all had that opportunity to adjust and you didn't. And I do think I do think Kim has a problem. I do. I think she does have a gambling problem. And I think that's some of it. But, she's always asked who you listen to. Wait a minute, hold on, rewind. Hold on, I saw somebody say Leia. Hold on, what? Hey, Really B, can you please shout out my daughter out today, graduated from high school with honors and going to Tennessee State University, majoring in chemistry. Her name is Lyra. I absolutely can. Listen, we're going to shout out Lyra and we're going to congratulate her. Absolutely. Look at that excellence. Yes, ma'am. Graduating from high school with honors, and chemistry is no joke. So does she want to, is she pre-med? Does she want to be a doctor? Or does she want to go into research? What does she want to do? Yes, and going to an HBCU at that, you bet. Yes, we gonna shout her out. Yes, Lyra, Black excellence. Yes. The non-Beverly Hillbillies thought they were better than everyone. They did, child. A good Airbnb in DC will stay booked, and it's been booked ever since she opened it up. It's been booked. She ain't missed a weekend. Sure has. Yeah, sure has. Thank y'all, because I didn't see it at first. I was so busy running my mouth. Thank y'all. See, thank you in the chat for shouting it out, because I missed it, child. I missed it. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Cardi B just went live. I wonder if she's going live to about Sukihana. I just want to be curious real quick. Because we getting ready to talk about Sukihana. Come on in. Get in here. Oh, nah. Get in here, because I'm about to do that summertime treatment. No, she about to do a cooking tutorial. Cardi B and her cooking tutorials, child. Anyway, you got to catch the replay. Okay, Kroy, but thanks for coming through, boo. So let's get into this Sukihana situation. So let me start from the beginning, and I might be a little all over the place. And like I said, I will drop the link if anybody wants to come up and just add their 2 cents. Again, this is getting ready to be a sensitive conversation. I have no problem with anybody sharing their opinion, but we are going to be respectful of everybody's opinion, even if it is different from our own. We're gonna have an adult conversation about an adult topic. And so, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm about to give y'all know I'm gonna give y'all the background. I started to do this as just a quick chat or just Sukihana, but I kind of wanted to talk about Kim and Kroy real quick. I really don't have nothing else to talk about, so I probably could have just still done it separate. But neither here nor there, child. We here. So Sukihana is a rapper. Okay, she is a rapper. Now, I was first introduced to Sukihana from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Um, I watched that show. Kim spent a lot. Kroy tried to reel her in, but she threw a tantrum. They both have to own their ish. Him not putting his foot down and her living like the jump. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Um, You'll be good. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. And like I said, I'll drop the link in a minute. Let me get my main 2 cents out, and then I'll drop the link. And we'll hang out here for a little while for people who want to add what they got to say. So she is a rapper, right? I met her via, like I said, I met her via Love and Hip Hop Miami, and she was in Cardi B's WAP, Cardi B Meg Thee Stallion's WAP video. That's why I thought when I saw Cardi B going live, that's why I said, well, maybe she's getting ready to address it because she's met her. I ain't gonna say they friends, but she's met Sukihana. She knows her, kind of thing. But since Love and Hip Hop, she was sort of, I would say, she's gone mainstream since being on Love and Hip Hop Miami. Like I said, when she was on Love and Hip Hop Miami, people knew her. She had a name. She was building up a name for herself. But now she really has sort of blown up. And she's become a lot more mainstream. During the Panorama, she made a lot of money on OnlyFans. And she did a lot of sexual things on OnlyFans. She is one of these artists that leads with sex. And I'm not saying that, listen, I'm not saying any of this as a bad thing. I'm giving y'all the facts because everybody may not know who Sukiana is, and everybody may not understand part of what's going on in this situation. So when I say these things, I'm not justifying any behavior. I'm giving you information in case you don't have it. Okay. Before somebody be like, just because she's a sexual, I ain't saying to defend. I'm not defending nothing. I'm giving information because everybody don't know who Sukiana is. So she's a very sexual artist. She leads with sex, you know. And like I said, during the Panorama, she opened up her and her then boyfriend at the time. She had a OnlyFans, and they did some things on their OnlyFans. I don't know how explicit it got because, of course, I was not subscribed, but I heard it got very explicit. Okay, I know her Instagram got shut down because there was some nudity and some things on her Instagram that caused her to lose her Instagram, which I think is why she went to OnlyFans to begin with, but don't quote me. But during the Panorama, she was one of those people that became a millionaire on OnlyFans during the Panorama. So I'm saying all that to say this. When you see her, she always wears the very skimpy outfits, her body be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? She's had the surgery. She's had the BBL and the lipo and the breast implants and all of that. And again, I'm not defending nothing. I'm giving y'all information. So, and a lot of her song lyrics are very sexual. A lot of her rap lyrics are think of WAP 120, right? If you ever heard WAP or you know what WAP stands for, think about WAP 120. So, but that is her image. That is how she has chosen to market herself, so forth and so on. So let's let's fast forward to where we are right now. Yesterday, a video surfaced of what's his boy's name? YK Osiris, who is a rapper, I believe. I don't know him that well. I've seen him different places. I think that's the guy that said a few months ago that he's never gonna be faithful. I think that's the one. He said he ain't gonna never be faithful. I'm just letting y'all know now I ain't never gonna be faithful. I think that was him. Okay. Um, we was tweaking on a 10-year-old in her video. He was twerking on a 10. Okay, so he already got some issues. So what does the YK? I don't know, Phil. I don't know. Somebody would have to Google it because I don't know. And I never really bothered to find out. I really looked him up. I know OK Osiris is an Egyptian deity, I believe. So the YK, maybe that's just his way of playing off about it. Um T.S. Madison talked about her last year. She got trouble in Miami in 22. Yeah, she probably did. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She probably did. No, oh no, she was the one twerking on the kid. Okay, well, again, yeah, sounds about right. She was twerking on 10-year-old. Okay. So yesterday, a video. Well, at least this is the order I saw it in. I don't know the order it happened in. The order that I saw it in was yesterday. A video surfaced of it looked like they were at some sort of like basketball exhibition or something, and Sukihana was on the panel. I'm gonna show you the video in a second, but I want to just kind of give you guys the foundation. Sukihana was on the panel, and her and the Osiris boy, they were sort of going back and forth, flirting back and forth. He said some things to her, she said some things to him. She was like, boy, I will hurt you. That kind of back and forth banter. So he proceeds to walk over to her and try to kiss her. Okay, listen. Y'all were flirting back and forth or talking shit back and forth. Maybe flirting ain't the word. Maybe it's just talking shit. And she threw some stuff at you. You threw some stuff at her. So you went over there to shoot your shot. Oh, he's a singer? Okay. Mumble song? Okay. So maybe you decided to go over there and shoot your shot. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you that. Yeah, she has a song called Eating Ass. So when you went over to try to kiss her and she pulled away from you, that really should have been the end of the conversation. You shot your shot. You thought she was on that level. Y'all was throwing, y'all was talking sex shit back and forth at each other. You thought that you could do that. She curbed you and told you no. That should have been, Tracy, let me tell my story. See, Tracy over here trying to run, she the producer. Because the reason why I'm doing it in this order is it's a reason. It's a reason. So she curbed him. He leaned in to kiss her again. She curved him again, and then she kind of looked at him like, what are you doing? Then he takes her face, forces it, and then he forces a kiss on her. Now, I'm going to show it to y'all. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about, but I wanted to explain it first because the person who posted the video put their watermarks all over it and, and all of that stuff. So I wanted y'all, so I'm getting ready to show it to y'all. Hold on. I know Tracy sent it to me. Hold on. Tracy said if y'all want her to send it to y'all, she could send y'all some of the clips. Yeah. What's this? Oh. All right, hold on. Here it is. Is this the one right here? Okay, that's the same one I saw. Hold on, y'all. I think it was on the neighborhood talk, the clip that I want. Mm-mm-mm. I think it's here. It is right here. All right. All right, so it's gonna be hard to see, so you gotta kind of look. So let me say something. I don't give a damn what banter y'all had. I don't care about what she sells, how, what her. I know I'm blurry. I'm gonna clear it up in a second. You did not have permission to put your hands on her. When you leaned in for the kiss the first time, she curbed you. Now, what y'all are seeing from the beginning of that clip, you're seeing. Hold on, let me. From the beginning of that clip, you're not seeing it from the beginning. You're seeing it after he already tried to kiss her and she pulled away from him. And then you see him actually put his hands on her face and force himself on her. All right? Hold on. Let's look at it again. So, first of all, the fact that he thought it was funny is a problem for me. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to fix the camera. So, the fact that he thought it was funny is a problem. The fact that those guys, I think the guy on the left was the comedian Lil Duval. I think that was him. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. Okay, that was Duval telling him kiss her with the tongue. Okay, that was Duval then. Okay. So you have these men there that are not only co not stopping it, but they co-signing it. The fact that she curbed him should have been all right. He ain't feeling. She not feeling this, and I'm a push back off of it. But you did not do it once. You did it twice. Not once, twice. So of course it blew up on the internet last night. I think last night was when I first started seeing this, maybe this morning, but it blew up. And of course, everybody was talking about the fact that this was a sexual assault, that this was not okay. No means no. Amber Rose has posted and spoken out. Masika Kalisha has posted and spoken out. I've seen other people all over the internet speaking up. And then I started seeing clips with DJ A1 and Kandi and Sukihana from her Kandi Coded Nights. Kandi does speak on it, but she has a totally another separate YouTube channel where she does her Kandi Coded Nights. And we know if you know anything about what Kandi Coded Nights is, it's all about the sex. You lead with sex, the sex, the sex. So Sukihana was on there. And I started seeing these clips and I was like, so that's why Tracy. Now, what I realized though is this interview was from 3 months ago. It sort of was under the radar until this incident happened yesterday. It was sort of under the radar. So listen, this is what I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to pull it up. I want y'all to look at a little bit of it because I feel like, and I hope Kandi don't get me. We're gonna have to stop and start. So for the people that hate when I stop and start, I'm telling you now, we're gonna have to stop and start so that I don't get trying not to get a flag on it. Okay. Um. This is the episode right here, and I believe if I remember the timestamp, it was about. I want to get to the right timestamp, you guys. Oh, I was already there. Okay, hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm pulling it up. My thing is taking forever, but I'm pulling it up. And I apologize. It's not on a separate YouTube channel. It's still on her Kandi online YouTube channel. It's just under Kandi Coded Nights. It's under a different playlist. I'm sorry. Okay, it's taking forever for this video to load, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this. But I want y'all to see it, so it'll come up in a second. My computer is just tripping. It's just taking forever. I don't know why. Let me try to let me try this. Because I don't know why it's taking so long. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Kandi ends up taking this video down because it's gotten so much attention at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up taking this video down. Shoot, she might already try to take it down. That's why it won't load. It will not load, y'all. It will. I don't know why it will not load. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It won't load. Hmm. I wanted to be able to show it to y'all because y'all really need to see it. And I know on my phone you can't because I want y'all to see her face. I want y'all to see Sukihana's facial expression. So hold on, give me a second. Let me give it a minute for it to load. Let me read the comments while it's trying to load. Did I click the link you sent me? It's so that's on my phone, Tracy. All that stuff is on my phone. So I was trying to pull up the actual video on YouTube. DJ A Woman's out of line. Oh, thank you. Phil, these the same glasses, but thank you, boo. I couldn't find it because I looked. It's still here. It just won't load. So she may be in the process of taking it down because it just won't load. It's still here though. It's still showing up, but it will not load on my computer. I don't know why it won't load. I might have to just show it to y'all on my phone, which I really wanted y'all to be able to see it. See, I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. See how it won't load? It's just doing that. It's been doing that since I clicked on it. And I had it set up and time stamped and everything. And you see how it just won't load. It just keeps doing that. It just keeps think like it's thinking. So I don't know. She might, like I said, she may be in the process of taking it down. But people have put the clips online now. The clips are all over the place. Okay, hold on. Tracy sent me. She emailed it to me. So hold on. Let me see if I can open up the link. Um, let me see. It's loading for you, so then maybe it's my computer, child. Y'all know my computer be on one sometimes, so it might be my computer. Hold on. Okay, Tracy's watching it, so it's me. Then it's not you. I mean, it's me. It's my computer. All right, hold on. Tracy emailed me some stuff, so hold on. Let me go to my email. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why. I just don't. That bothers me that it won't come up. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, here it is. Now it comes up. All right, hold on, y'all. So let me set the stable. I mean, stable. Lord. Let me set the stage. So DJ A1, who I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I think he's seen too much. Um, he's hosted a couple of speak on it the last couple of weeks for Kandi. I guess she's been traveling, she's been unavailable to do her speak on it, and he's been hosting it. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just think he's seen too much. I don't know if it's the alcohol. I don't know if it's that's just his natural personality. I don't know if he's nervous and he's just doing too much. But you know, there's some stuff about him that I'm like, okay, that was funny or that was cute. And then there's a point where he goes too far. I think, especially that last one that he did with Monyetta, I just think he was doing too much. I just think he was just seeing too much. And so I did not find him funny. And that's part of the reason why I really didn't talk about it because, I was like, well, I don't find it as funny as everybody seems to be finding it. There were parts that I thought were funny, but overall, I'm like, it ain't as funny as I think it, as other people think. You see, it keeps. Child, this thing is really pissing me off. All right, and I know Tracy said she sent me the link, but let me see what Tracy sent me because the reason why is because there was I time stamped it to a point for a reason. But let me see what Tracy sent me. Let me go on my email and see what Tracy sent me. Hold on. Yeah, it must be me. Y'all know. Now that's the one thing I know I'm gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do next week is call Verizon to come and up and give me a new router because my router is definitely something is off. That's why I keep having these delays. That's why have y'all noticed that my reviews I don't have my intro anymore because it takes too long for me to upload the video with the intro. So I stopped doing the intro. It's something my internet needs to be. I've already called them. They've resent the signal. That doesn't work. They've been resending the signal. So somebody was like, "You just need a new router," and the router is a few years old. So I got the router in 2021. So, but I'm not gonna buy a new router because that's through them. You know what I'm saying? Did you get to the picture part or the smell it part? I was starting at the picture part, but let me just see what you sent me because you see it's taking forever. I thought since it came up it would be loading in a minute, but let me just go to what you sent me. Let me go to what you sent me. Hold on, let me stop sharing. I don't know how to do all that, Morgan. I'm sorry. I'm not that advanced. Well, you know what, Phil? I had Comcast and I had to get rid of Comcast because when we first started working from home, Comcast couldn't keep up. It kept going down, and I was working from home. My niece was working from home, and every time the internet went down, she would either have to leave and go somewhere else to work, and I couldn't work. And so when I changed over to Verizon was actually better when I first switched over. But maybe I will have to go back to Comcast because this is crazy. And the Comcast was fine at first, but anyway, hold on, let me go to my email, y'all. I'm sorry this is taking long, but I really was trying to see if that would. I was really wanting that to come up because I really wanted y'all to see it. But Tracy sent me some clips, so we'll look at the clips. You'll get the gist of it from the clips too. All right, let me pull up my email. Yeah, because Comcast was terrible. I had to get rid of Comcast. But now, like I said, I have just as much problem. So this is it right here. I probably should have just done your clips. Everybody I know who has Verizon is always complaining. I didn't complain until like these last like maybe 3 months. Verizon is yeah, Verizon. Yeah, I didn't have any problems with Verizon until like I said, the last like maybe 3 months. Yeah, that's what I have. Files. I have Verizon Files. Yeah, that's what I have. All right. Okay, here we go, y'all. I think it's finally working. Yeah, I think yeah, it's me. At first, I thought maybe Kandi was trying to take the video down, but everybody can get it but me. So, all right, so that is Sukihana all the way on the right. You see Sukihana. That is DJ A1. There's Kandi. Now, did I go back? I want to go back to. It messed up my timestamp now. Let me see.
I get that. This is how he is every time we get on there. He been over here saying he wanted to smell it.
Oh yeah, I want to smell your pussy. I want to put my face in your pussy.
He tickled and be stabbed. Cause I know.
Okay, so this first part I want y'all to see. They're talking about. But what I want y'all to pay attention to. Listen to what's being said, but I want y'all to pay attention to Sukihana's body language. I want y'all to pay attention to her body language when some of these conversations are happening. Okay.
But I hope you already have seen by me spoofing.
Yeah,
that I already got much
so
love
perfect.
for you.
Yeah, I love it. You did your thing. It was just like I felt like I was watching myself. Like everything was perfect.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I love you.
So today's topic is Freak Like Me, and it's basically all about, changing the whatever people's thoughts of what was cool back in the day and now how things have changed. Whatever.
And let me warn y'all, the language is very vulgar, very, very vulgar. So if you are easily offended, you might want to click off. I'm just warning you now.
And we thank you for being our guest, and also Big Gift for being our guest. So that y'all can chime in on the topic.
Right.
The people got so much to say in the comments.
Whatever.
You said go this way.
Yeah.
Precise. The vocal says, Suki, yes, queen, love you down. Borders for Cleveland. Let A1 smart at mouth ass know. And I'm Savage says, bring that coochie here, girl. Everybody's on here. Everybody's talking about it.
They've been waiting on you.
Bring that coochie here.
Yes. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about the sexual position of sex fact. Despite what men may protest, only 15% have a penis longer than 7 inches. Only 3% have a penis more than 8 inches long. What category do you fall in, Big Gap?
Oh, all right. I wear size 13. I don't know.
I know that's
ask
right.
them girl.
A1?
But I don't know. I just want to show Suki my dick pictures. Let her judge.
Yeah.
She said she'll judge. Okay, can you show that to her?
Just 1 minute life.
All
You
right,
said you
let's
were what?
No, putting my dick on the camera.
I know that's right.
So country ass.
Well, I feel like honestly, 5 inches is a huge dick to me.
5 inches?
Yeah, that's big to me.
No, okay.
That's super big. I love that size.
I know my
fine.
mom used to say she'd rather be tickled than be stabbed. Seriously, because some people got all their dick and they just be damn stabbing the hell out your ass, and it's not really, always pleasant.
No, but you supposed to.
I don't want to see it.
So he literally pulled out a dick pic to show her. Hey, what's up, Samara? Thanks for coming through. Now you could see the look on her face. I think even though she kind of called his bluff, I think she was shocked that he actually showed it to her. Because the look on her face was kind of like, what? So I think she was shocked that he actually did it. Okay. Right. She didn't. So, right. So she didn't say, no, I don't want to see it or whatever. Right. But he did actually show it to her. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna forward a little bit so we can get to the next part.
3-player or a speaker at my house, so it's just like I don't be listening to music.
For real.
So is it just quiet?
I mean,
that
I
put that,
sing.
the little throw down.
Yeah, I do the singing.
Yeah. Hey, how about it?
Can we calm him down? I can't even turn up because he is.
Hey,
So I feel like in that moment when she was like, "Can we turn him down? Can we calm him down?" In that moment, I feel like that was her letting them know he was getting on her nerves. You know what I'm saying? Again, just watch her body language. Just watch her reaction.
Been waiting at the door for me.
Hey, how about
You
it?
was not acting like that out there.
I mean, shit, we on now.
That's right. See, I like to sing myself, so we don't have to listen to
Okay,
music.
sing us a little something.
Yeah, sing us out. Let's see what that mouth do. No, I'm saying vocally. Let's see what that mouth do vocally.
What does your mouth do?
Shit, everything you needed to do. I make that pussy spit. And I know it do. I watched you walk in this motherfucker.
So you can tell by my walk.
I can tell by your walk that pussy spit.
Hey, you a country nigga? Where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Campbellton Road to be exact. What's happening with it?
Not. I cannot. This is how he is every time we get on there.
Southwest Atlanta.
Hey,
You've
Green
been
Brown.
over here saying you wanted to smell it ever since
Oh
you
yeah, I
got
want to
here.
smell your pussy. I want to put my face in your pussy. You say Suki with the good coochie, you know what I'm saying? You talking about how good that motherfucker smell and all that?
So you want to put your
Yeah, I need a motherfucking scratch and sniff about that motherfucker.
scratch and sniff? Oh my gosh, out the Cracker Barrel box. The scratch and
I'm
sniff.
trying to get
I do have a scratch and sniff.
You do.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? We can go to the back and I can come back and
You
give
want
her.
to smell my ass?
I might put my tongue down that motherfucker.
Oh my gosh, A1.
But we're gonna start with the sniffing though.
You are aggressive.
She love that shit, man. Look at her. She like that old
No,
shit.
I don't.
You love that shit.
No, I mean after like during sex maybe, but you know that not.
Now she just told him. He said, "You like it." She said, "No, I don't." No, she's telling him again. No, I don't.
Not right now.
Nah, all that shit you talk. Fuck that. You done met your match. I'm here. What's up?
So listen, hold on.
This man.
Okay. This is so funny. Okay, Suki. Let me just ask you this question.
Mine's bald, but shit, it depends on the nigga. Like, you know, he might like a little peach fuzz, and I might grow some. I might get a little lander strip so he know exactly where to land at, you know, or I'll be bald, but I don't really like a lot of hair.
Got
Okay.
it. Got it.
I can
Got
dig
it.
it.
Got it.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
don't like a lot of hair.
Mhm. Do you prefer casual sex or one night stands, or like how long do you normally make someone wait to get it?
I mean, honestly, I'm not the type of girl that say, you know, I'm gonna make him wait 90 days. Cause like at the end of the day,
That's
you can make him wait 90 days all you want. That's like that rule don't really work because guess what? These guys are animals. They like to chase, so they can wait 90 days and get that pussy and still dip on your ass.
Mhm.
So I just feel like when the connection is right, it's been times that maybe I made a nigga wait for a while, which was 3 days for me. And I've been with him.
A while, it's 3 days.
Yeah.
I love you.
I've been in a relationship with him for years.
Okay.
It's a guy that I slept with roughly around the first night. And
Now, what the fuck is roughly around?
roughly was okay. So he had booked me in his city, like he booked me to perform in his city.
Okay.
You my friend. So when I give you this coochie, I know you love me already. So
Gotcha.
shit. Sometimes the best dick come from the nigga we call bro.
Hold up.
Say that again.
It's the truth. He love you for real. That man that you've been calling bro, that been your friend.
Y'all,
It
boy.
Yeah,
Hey,
he
boy.
always there for you. He pull up everything. That's your homeboy. He love you for
Boy.
real. He
I knew
loves
this
you.
bitch was out here.
Yeah.
I
He
knew this
got
bitch was
love
out here
for you.
fucking the bro.
He
Yeah.
been there 4 or 5 different niggas. He love you. He know who you is. That be the best dick.
Oh,
So you say 12 months, huh?
Yeah, it depends on the nigga.
Oh no, I'm definitely not a 12-month nigga, but I'm just
What
I'm
are
listening.
you?
You fuck me tonight, but I mean I hear what you're saying. No, I'm taking it in.
Tonight?
Yeah, no, for real.
Oh, so you get pussy in the first day.
Yeah.
It's
baby.
nothing wrong with waiting. You want to get to know
I
somebody.
mean, I done sat on some pussy before too.
And anticipation is really what
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
it
yeah.
best.
No, sometimes
Fucking
you
a
gotta smell
girl
some
right
pussy.
away is just not. You
No,
want to
no, don't.
anticipate. You want
Not
to get.
always. Always. You can't always. Now.
Okay, but that's just
Every
sounds
bitch
like
ain't wait worthy now.
irresponsible.
Come on, don't do that.
Okay.
You know that.
Yeah.
Every bitch ain't.
So I wanted y'all to just get an idea of what happened, and this was 3 months ago. This was 3 months ago. Okay. It's her persona, not who she is as a person. Exactly. So there was another clip, and Tracy, if that was the clip you sent me, let me know. But there was another clip where I felt like Kandi was sort of even. I don't want to say the word shaming because I don't want to say she was shaming her, but I guess maybe she was. Where Kandi, they were talking about threesomes and stuff, and she said something about, well, I'm being graphic, y'all. But she said, well, I just started swallowing. And Kandi was like, you did? You just started swallowing? And I was like, and then they said something about how many men have you been with at one time? And I feel like she was trying to let them know, like, I really don't get down like that. And she was like, I mean, and Kandi was like, you never been to the sex club? And she was like, no. And he was like, you never been to hedonism or nothing? And Kandi even talked about, like, I guess the name of a sub down in Atlanta. And A1 was like, even Kandi been there. Like, I feel like they were all sort of coming. Yeah, that was Big Gip, and I don't know who that is, but Nikki, tell me who Big Gip is. But I feel like they were both sort of coming at her at one point, and she, from her answers, you could tell that this whole sex siren thing is a persona. That don't mean she don't have sex. That don't mean she don't enjoy sex. But you could tell by the way she was talking that a lot of what she's saying is a persona. And this video has now, because again, it's not a new video. It is 3 months old. Because I remember that clip that I just played you guys. That clip went viral. I remember that when Sukihana was saying that the best, dude be the dude that you was calling brother, and then you realize that y'all really got feelings for each other. And I remember that clip. I remember that clip sort of going viral. Um, she must be older than I thought. She said, "Book me." She said she just turned 30. Or she wouldn't give her exact age, but she said she just got in her 30s. So she's like probably 30, 31. Um, but let's be clear, at the end of the day, right? That's what I said, Princess. I was like, since when is swallowing an indication of your, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. So I'm saying all this to say, I'm just trying to give you guys enough information because, like I said, I'm gonna drop the link, and if you want to come up and just add your 2 cents. But I, the debate online now has been whether what Osiris did was assault, right? I distinctly remember. I distinctly remember. Please, somebody remind me. What celebrity was it? It was a celebrity that got canceled. And the accusation was that he forced a woman to kiss him. And I remember her talking about how he forced his tongue down her throat. And he got canceled. Like, I can't remember who it is now. But it was a big thing, and he was Me Too'd, and like the whole gambit. This was a couple of years ago. Does anybody remember who I'm talking about? Because I can't remember the celebrity, but I remember the situation. Right, and that's right. Kandi is acting like this woman is a rapper who sells. Was it cool? It was Cuba Gooding. Thank you. It was Cuba Gooding. It was Cuba Gooding. Thank you so much. Adrian, right? Remember that I think that was at the Oscars or something. Yeah, Adrian Brody. Okay. Whatever it is, if the person doesn't like it and told you no, it's no. Right. No means no. I really want us to get to that point where no means no. I know I had a conversation last week where I said no means no, full stop. But then I said, but we have to stop putting ourselves in bad situations. But no still means no. I don't give a damn. I don't care if he's laying on top of you and you got your legs wide open and he is about to go in for the home stretch. If you change your mind, you change your mind. Now that's full stop. Now I dropped the link. You guys want to come up if anybody wants to come up and share their thoughts. Because again, I don't even understand the debate. And just because, like you said, that is her persona. That is what she sells. That doesn't mean that's who she is. And even if she is, I don't care. She could be a sex worker. You know what I'm saying? She could walk up and down the strap the what they call it, the strip every night, the stroll. She could walk the stroll every night. If she says no, it now becomes assault. You understand what I'm saying? Right, but that was a different case though, Marnie. The case he was in court for last week, that was for sexual assault. That woman said that he RAP her, you know. But yeah, but there was a kiss one though. There was two different cases. Hey Tracy girl.
Hey, girl. Like
Okay. I don't know. Hold on a
my
second, y'all, because I have somebody here called Unpopular Opinion. So give me a second. Hey Leo, come on up, boo. Hey Leo. Give me a second, y'all. Leo, can you hear me? Leo, you on?
Leo, you on mute.
Oh, okay. All right. Give me a second, y'all. Hey, Unpopular Opinion.
Hey, it's just me, Phil.
Oh, okay. Look, I just had to make sure before, you know, you never know. I want to make sure that
Oh
nobody
yeah,
trying
it's Phil. Put it up there. You never know what he gonna do.
right. Oh,
I
I see
love
your
you
whole
too,
name now.
Tracy.
I see the whole name now. I didn't see it at first. All I saw was Unpopular Opinion at first. Now I see Phil. So I'm gonna start with Tracy, and then I'm gonna work my way around. I'm gonna let you guys say y'all piece. Tracy, go ahead, boo.
I have been my Twitter is just ridiculous all day today because of this. And I understand people on one hand saying with the I look at the two situations differently, right? So with the YK boy, oh no, just go ahead and lock him up already because he's been like horrible for a while now. Just go ahead and get rid of him. Like we need to get rid of Trey Songz. Just go ahead and do us all a favor and just knock him out the way. Um, when it comes to like the A1 thing, I look at it a little differently from the aspect of you you went on Candy Coated Nights understanding what that was. Now, understandable, was A1 extra? Absolutely, he was. Now, was it cringeworthy? It absolutely was. But he didn't do anything that she didn't agree to or okay, which, again, you may not like it, but there was the difference of her telling this boy no and don't do this and stop, and A1 who started the conversations, which were extremely extra, but she then followed up with other questions or saying things to continue on the conversation that was already extra. At any point, when you put yourself in a situation you don't want to be in, you can leave. Like, no one is forcing you to stay someplace that you don't want to be. Like, there's the two mindsets in saying, as a woman, you want to be able to do whatever you want and nobody tell you that you can't do this, but you also have to protect yourself first and foremost. And if you are uncomfortable, you need to voice that you are uncomfortable. So it is that the thing where it's like there's two different feelings about the same situation because both people hold a certain level of responsibility.
Okay. Leo.
Okay, first of all, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Can you
you.
hear me? Okay. So I like to say this. Let's reverse it. What if that was a man? What if Suki was a guy? Right? A gay man. And let's reverse the whole situation. What if Suki was a gay man? What if that was Saucy Santana? And he was hitting on a guy like that.
Do y'all
And
watch
she,
Suki?
hmm,
Like, do y'all follow her?
yes.
Because this is the same girl who grabbed the guy's junk who was interviewing her. This is the same girl. So it's not like she
Yes.
doesn't do the same things A1 does. She does her own. She does the same thing A1 does.
He
But I
does.
do understand.
But wait a minute. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is just my personal opinion. As somebody who has been how do I say this? As somebody who has been harassed and as somebody who has been the harasser, okay? I did my thing when I was in high school. That's a whole other show. But, all right. To me, it doesn't okay, Candy Coated Nights. We know that Candy Coated Nights is a very raunchy show. At least some of us, we know that. But if a person is telling you by body language, if a person is telling you no, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if the show's raunchy or not. No means no.
But she never said no. Her body language might have said no. It might have been cringy. But she never.
But that's my point. Her body language should be enough for you. You as a grown man, I shouldn't have to tell you as a grown ass man, hey, dude, you might want to, tone it down. I shouldn't have to tell you that. You should know better than that. And don't use, it's a raunchy show as an excuse. And just because she has a raunchy persona, that's like me going to a lot of my friends who are in the sex industry and just assuming they're going to sleep with me because that's what they do for a living. No, you cannot do that. That's wrong. And that's making her responsible for your behavior. That's not fair to her. That's just my personal opinion. And just like when she got kissed by the other guy, I don't know who the guy is, but when she got kissed at the basketball game, she clearly is telling him no and pushing him away. And he's doing it anyway. You don't do that. That's no different than saying, just because I happen to be, because I'm a reader, you automatically expect every time you see me, I'm going to give you a reading. That's not the way this works.
And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let Phil talk, and then I'm gonna let Aunt Nettie talk. I want to just make sure everybody has a chance to talk. I feel like, and I hear what you're saying, Tracy, but I feel like she did say no. There were two different times where she said, the first time when she said to him, she was like, "Can y'all get him to calm down? You are really out of control." And Kandi sort of laughed and said, "Yeah, that's just A1. He just be doing a lot." And she even said to him, she said, "You weren't acting like this when we were outside." He was like, "Well, we on camera now. We in the show now." And then there was a second instance when he said something to her and she said, "No, not really. No." You know what I mean? So then what she didn't come right out and say no means no. Don't talk to me. Don't do. But she did verbalize her being uncomfortable. Right. And I'm not gonna throw everything on Kandi, but I feel like as a woman, you should have read her body language. And I feel like, she could have, without blowing up the show, without messing up the flow of things, she could have sort of redirected some things. But again, I understand what you're saying. It was a show about sex and all of that, but I do feel like she let it be known that she wasn't, and maybe she wasn't attracted to him. Maybe if she had been attracted to him, he may have acted differently. But don't we all? All? If a guy hits on us or a girl hits on us and we're attracted to that person, it's a different response than if it's somebody we're not attracted to. That's just who we are. That's human nature. So Phil, go ahead, baby. Then I'm gonna let Aunt Nettie talk, and then y'all can rebut or what have you.
So I am a social worker by profession. And also I'm an adult who's comfortable with talking about sex and human sexuality and stuff like that. But no means no. When she felt uncomfortable, and if she says she felt uncomfortable in that situation, no means no. And, she may have this persona that may be vulgar and it may be hypersexual, but if she felt uncomfortable, it's a hard stop for me. It's a no. And, one thing I do when I work with young men is I always tell them no means no. And I tell them that no means no for you as well, that you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do as well. So this part may be a little controversial. I don't think they intended to make her feel uncomfortable. I don't think they read the room. I think they were doing way too much like men typically do in these situations, and they're thinking with their junk and they're not really paying attention to the woman, because you would have seen that she was clearly uncomfortable and you needed to back off just a little bit. But no means no. And if Suki says she felt uncomfortable, no matter what your intentions are, apologize and do better. Because it's a hard stop. Because she was with A1, she was definitely uncomfortable. And it's just a little weird for a man to be like pressing it like that on a chick. It's like, dude, you act like you ain't never smelled none before. Calm down. You acting like this your first time. I was reading the stuff on Twitter. I just saw like right before you came on, Really B. But if Suki says she felt uncomfortable, that's it. It's a hard stop. It's no rebutting or nothing. No means no.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Suki did. I forgot to thank you, Phil, for bringing that up. Miss Nettie, Auntie Nettie, I'm gonna let you go next, but let me just read this because I did forget to say this part. Thank you for reminding me. Suki did release. I ain't gonna say she released a statement, but she did sort of respond to what is going on, and she said, I drink to hide that I'm very sensitive. I feel things more than the average person. I stopped drinking yesterday, but today I've been crying all day. I asked God to strengthen me and use me to help others and order my steps in his world. I just want to go away for a while. And she has disconnected her Twitter. She has disconnected her Twitter. So, you know, I think that well, I'm gonna let y'all talk because I've been talking for an hour, so I'm gonna let y'all share. So Auntie Nettie, and then we got a few other people up here on the platform. I want to give everybody a chance to talk. Auntie Nettie, then BAP, and ASB, and Chris B. So go ahead, Auntie Nettie, go ahead.
No means no in any language. Two different instances. Where that boy kissed her, she told him stop not once, not twice, but three times. And those other men laughing, that was the got you for me. She leaned back and told him to stop. Listen to the audio real good. She told him to stop three times. That is SA. Anywhere you see it. With A1, when she pulled back. She leaned back from him. That's a sign I'm uncomfortable. When she said, can you calm him down? As the host, Kandi, instead of saying, oh, that's just how she is, she could have said, did her little nervous laugh and say, hey, one, she ain't feeling you, dude. You need to chill. And it would have went on with a flow. Just because that's a sex talk show doesn't mean that you have to get sexual on the show. Two different things. But one is sexual harassment and the other one was SA. And if I was her, I'd slap charges on both of them. They think twice before they would do it again.
Mm-hmm. Let me,
You can
Wendy.
go to Germany. You can go to Germany, Paris, New England, Africa, any way you want to. I don't care if we can be naked in the bed. If I change my mind and say no, brother, you need to stop, get up, put your clothes on, and say see you. End of story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Dollface 2905, I don't know if you're talking about the people on the internet or in this particular chat, but we did talk about the first incident. We already talked about that, and we did talk about how Duval and the other guys were there laughing and they thought that the incident was funny. Yeah, we did talk about that, but I don't know if you were talking about us or you were just talking about the internet in general. Who did I say was next? Was BAP next? I think BAP, you were next. Go ahead, BAP.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the thing that's been most disheartening to me is reading the comments on places like the Shade Room in Hollywood Unlocked, and all of that, where they're saying, "Oh, well, she has this persona. Well, if you talk like that, then men aren't going to respect you. Like it's some sort of excuse for that type of behavior." and it just speaks. It's basically an indication of how this mindset about how women and sexuality is perceived. You know, if a woman is overtly sexual, she deserves anything that comes to her in these people's minds, and it's sad. I don't
I agree.
particularly care for Sukiana's music. I don't listen to it because it's a lot. But that doesn't mean that anybody has permission to do anything to her that she doesn't consent to.
I agree. Thank you. I agree. ASB,
Hi, Really B. Thanks for having me up here.
no problem.
I want to just say ditto to everything that was just said. I also think the idea of like no means no, like, yes, that's true. I think we need to reinforce like other things, like more of an enthusiastic yes. And I think that's some of the education that's being taught now. Because I think if a woman doesn't explicitly say no, then everyone takes that as, well, there was still a level of permission given. You know what I mean? And I think that's what was kind of going on with the A1 situation. And so I think as we're having certain conversations with young people and honestly even adults that need to relearn some of these things, it's like, yes, a no is firm and it's the complete sentence, but there are other cues that you need to look out for when dealing with people romantically, sexually, interpersonal relationships, etc. um like we were saying, just reading the room, that I think we kind of overlook that in the dialogue excuse me, about sexual assault nowadays. So I hope that that's going to start to change. But I agree with what the last woman said, that it's really sad to see a lot of the blame. Oh, somebody even in the chat was like, oh, well, she's a porn star. I don't care. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? To me, that's completely irrelevant to someone feeling uncomfortable. And I think when you're on the spot on a show like Candy Coated Nights, she probably didn't want to just mess up the vibe and the energy of the room and just like walk out, because also it's obligations too. We don't know what agreements and all those things were behind her appearance on the show. But the fact that he persisted and Candy called him out for being aggressive, and it was like there was that one moment at the end where he kind of like touched her leg when she sort of was,
Yeah.
signaling that she was uncomfortable. Like it was like he knew he was joking with her and maybe crossed the line, but was going to keep pressing forward with what he was doing. So it's just really sad. It's unfortunate. I hate seeing any woman in this situation, and I'm just hoping for the best for her. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Is it Pris B?
Yeah,
Pris
yeah,
B?
yes, Crispy. Hey, Really B, and hey to the chat. I
Hey.
agree. Yeah, I agree with what everyone said, and I was on Twitter because Twitter's been a mess. Like I
They
think
oh my God. Yeah.
Tracy said, they've been a mess. So I was just on there and I saw a clip. And I think A1 too is doing way too much. And Candy should have a talk to. Maybe she talked to him afterwards, hopefully. But I think going
Mm-hmm.
forward, like I understand, like one of the other panelists said, it's a raunchy show, but I think they should have did a better job in reading the room and reading her. But then I saw a clip on Twitter where I don't know who was before or after the interview, where DJ A1 was rubbing her feet. I don't know if you guys seen that. It was on the same day.
I
I
didn't.
don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
didn't.
I was just saying I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just seen it just now. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know if that was before or after, but either way, he was just doing too much. And then it's just so sad, like, especially when it comes to Black women. I feel like a lot of people, like with the, what's his name, YK, what's the, I guess the rapper who,
YK Osiris.
yeah, who kissed her, and then all the guys are just laughing and no one's really said anything, because that's like, you could clearly see it's a pure violation. Like she said no and everyone just,
Right.
and it, not a lot of people speak up for Black women, so it made me sad. And who cares what her career is or how she makes her money? If she says no, it means no.
Yeah. And I want to be clear. I want to be clear because I think some people are coming in late and maybe they're not sure what we already talked about or what we already covered. what I want to say is this. I think we're looking back on this episode with 2020 vision. Because in the moment, again, this episode is 3 months old. So in the moment, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't go viral. Sukihana didn't have a press conference. Like, you know what I mean? But I think because of what happened with OK Cyrus, these clips are now going viral. And I think we are analyzing with a different view.
Lens.
Because
Yep.
I'll be honest,
We're
I
looking
didn't
at it a different way.
right. So hindsight is gonna always, as my girl Pam says, hindsight is always perfect vision. I say hindsight is 2020. But when you look back on stuff, you do see it from when you have more information. So now do I do we know that Suki sells sex and that she's been raunchy and nasty and blue? Absolutely. But in that moment, in that interview, I feel like she was uncomfortable. And
Mm-hmm.
listening to what she said today, where she says that she does not speak up for herself because she does not know how. And then
Yeah.
for her to say that she drinks to sort of numb it.
Mm.
So, and that, you know what I mean? So now we're getting more information. And again, with more information, you can make better decisions. So, hindsight is always perfect vision. We may be over analyzing now, but we have more information than we had 2 months ago or 3 months ago, or really even paying attention 3 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Steph Boogie.
Oops, I'm here. I'm sorry. Okay, so
No problem.
hi everybody. How y'all doing today?
Good, good. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. So I just wanted to say a few things, and I want to echo what the young lady, I think two people before me said about, about first of all, our inability as a society to give women, especially black women, grace in these types of situations is really disappointing. Because like when you go online, you go on Twitter, whatever, and people they're just dogging. And I don't know this young woman. I've never listened to a song she's ever had before, but at the end of the day, she's still a woman. So I'm going to, and when you watch both situations, with A1 and this other young man, it's both of them are very cringy. Like they're both it was hard to watch. I didn't know what was going on. And sometimes A1 is just offensive as it is. I think I don't know what it is with him, but he's offensive anyway. But and I don't know if you guys touched on this, so please forgive me if you did. But I do think I could be wrong, but I do think the both were cringy, but I do think the kiss one was a little harder to watch for me. And then it made me wonder, like, if the Kiss situation had not been released, would we be talking about the Candy Coated Night situation? And those are just some questions that went in my head. And then also, I was just thinking about how between the Jocelyn Hernandez fight at the boxing match and then now this, how these men just sit around and watch. And I'm not saying they should jump in because these are not their sisters and their mothers, but you can't be like, dog, stop it. Like, don't do that. And the last thing, I don't know if she has any kind of publicist with her or whomever, but I would hope that she has someone. If she can't use her voice, I would hope that she has a team or somebody with her who can advocate for her. If not, she needs to get somebody who has no problem stepping in on her behalf.
Thank you. And and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this moves into a bigger conversation. And I don't want to move the goalpost, but I do think this moves into a bigger conversation where it's that thin line between controlling your body sexually and what's the word I'm looking for, and I guess being in control of your own sexual revolution versus where the line is drawn. I grew up, y'all know I'm old, so I remember the difference between a salt and pepper, who in my opinion eluded sex appeal, and a little Kim that eluded just sex. And there is a difference.
Or Vanity Six.
Right. Oh yeah, we could go back even further. We could talk about. I mean, I remember when Vanity Six was considered risque because they had on
Mhm.
lingerie on stage. I remember that as well. So,
Mhm.
I know with each generation we get a little more. That we lower the bar a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And I know sometimes I'm the old lady in the room because certain times I'm just like, oh my god, that is just oh gosh, oh my goodness. But I'm never going to say that a woman doesn't have a right to own her sexuality and still feel safe and feel protected. It may not be my cup of tea. I may think it's a bridge too far, but it's that for me. It's that line. Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead.
Okay. And let me just say this too. As a person who has been a victim of sexual assault more than once, um, things like this, and I'll be very honest and very transparent, things like this trigger me. It does. Because I know what it is to be in a situation where you tell them no in a nice and polite way, right? But they don't hear it because they're so hell bent on what they want, on their conquest. I've been in situations like that numerous times. Okay. I know what it is to tell a person no and they're not listening to me. But yet, I'm being told as a person who has been assaulted, well, you shouldn't have done this, or you shouldn't have done that, or you shouldn't have wore that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you making it out to be why are you blaming me? I'm the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really makes me upset about this is a lot, and it makes me really upset that it's a lot of women victim blaming her. Well, she should have people in place and she should have security. First of all, that's a grown ass man. Two of them in those instances, they were grown. Your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, whomever, you know better. You know better to have some decorum, have some class about yourself, some sense. And I don't care if she's walking around with all of it out, okay? And she's putting it in your face. You know better. You know what not to do, or at least I thought. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, this happens not just with women, it happens with men too. Because I've seen it. In the gay community, it happens. Oh, well, he was dressed a certain way. That doesn't give you the right to touch him. Well, he ain't nothing he's nothing but a sex worker. Oh, that doesn't give you the right to make him feel, to demoralize him because of what he chooses to do, his chosen profession. That's what gets me upset. Now, mind you, am I a Suki fan? No, I'm not. I don't know any of her music. I know her from Love and Hip Hop Miami when she said she was
Right.
Trinidor. That's it. I know her more for her personality more than anything else. But it does, but the thing of it is, I should be able, whether I'm a man, whether I'm a woman, I should be able to have autonomy over my own body. If I tell you don't do that, I mean that. Don't do that. I shouldn't have to get aggressive and stop a whole show, right? Because people are like, well, she should have stopped. No, no, no. I shouldn't have to do that. And even in the Kandi Nice clip that you shared with us, Kandi, I think, was trying to, calm it down. But at the same time, Kandi was nervous. I've been in
Yeah,
those situations
you can
too.
hear that nervous laughter. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in those situations too, where I had a guy, and this is how I ended up being assaulted a second time. I had a guy who was, I'm only 5'1". I look bigger, right?
I'm about to say you're that short, man. I'm
Yeah.
5'2". I'm taller than you.
Yes, you are. But he was 6'6". And did I want to do the deed with this man? No. But I felt like I have to do this. I can't tell this man no, because if I tell him no, he could hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I'm also disabled. So I can't run away and get away the way able-bodied people can. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? There's a lot of layers to this. It's not just about, oh, well, she sells sex and that's why. No, 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 no. Just because what did Deborah Cox used to say? If I wear a miniskirt to work, does it give you the right to flirt? Absolutely not. It doesn't.
Yeah. And I
That's
agree. I
how
think that's the question. No, no, no. You fine, Leo. And thank you for sharing and being vulnerable about your experiences as well. And I think that's what we were saying, Corey. I agree with you. That's what we were saying. I think we're looking back on this video on Candy Coated Nights. We're looking back on this video with a different lens, because remember, this video is 3 months old and it never went viral. Nobody ever said anything about any of this prior to today. And I could say nobody, but it didn't go viral. And I think a lot of it, like you said, we're looking because of what happened with YK Cyrus. Now there is a different lens and a different conversation. Um but yeah, I don't even watch Candy Coated Nights. I mean, I know what it is, but I really don't. I really don't watch it. Hell, I forgot she had rebooted the thing, because remember she stopped doing it and then she sort of rebooted it. Um, Anybody else have any final thoughts? Because I'm getting ready to. It's a little after 8, so I'm getting ready to. Anybody else up here?
Yeah, can I say
Tracy.
two things real
Can I
quick?
make a comment,
I'm
please?
sorry.
Okay, hold on. Bat and then Phil.
Um, First, I just wanted to say thank you to Leo for sharing his experiences and being vulnerable enough to open up about that, especially as a male, because you know a lot of times people are kind of funny about males who have that sort of experience. So thank you. And then second, I just wanted to say, people need to remember with that YK Cyrus guy. He has a history of being violent in his relationships with women. And so, as much as we want to focus on Sukiana and what she has or hasn't done, we also need to look at the person who perpetrated what he did against her. And that's all.
I agree. Phil.
Yes. Thank you for sharing, Leo. That was very powerful. And she was right. Men do need to share more because there are a lot of men who's been through that situation. But I wanted to make a comment, something based on what you said, really, B. When we talk about the hypersexuality in today's society, based upon that statement you read from Suki, I don't think this persona is what she really wants. I think it's something that she feels she may need to do to gain popularity, based on what you said with the drinking and stuff like that, because it's kind of sounding like she does all of this, but she has to drink to cope with it. You know what I mean? It just got my clinical radar, just like this sexual person and all of this Suki with the good coochie. That just may be something she feels she needs to do to make it in, rap culture and black hip hop culture today. That may not be who she really is. And the other sad thing, and I'm gonna let you go, is I want Suki, if anything, to become empowered to say no and to get a voice and to feel confident when I say no. If I feel uncomfortable, I can say that and not be persecuted and judged. And that's all I had. Thank you.
I agree with you. I agree. Thank you, Phil. And I agree with you 110%. And I actually was going to say that a little bit earlier. I actually was going to say that I'm not even sure that even if this is what she wanted in the beginning, I'm not sure that this is where she still wants to be. I'm not sure that if she created this persona, that this is the persona that she still wants. That it has become a lot. It has become a lot to maintain. And when you heard her talking again, and that's why I say I know that the Candy Coated Nights is what it is, but if you guys go and just look at the whole video, and as they start going through these questions, she is uncomfortable in this space, period. She's uncomfortable answering the questions. She's uncomfortable addressing, like when they asked her about like even when they were asking what size penis do you prefer, when they asked her how many sexual partners have you had, when they asked her about the wolf pussy, she gave a great answer to, I guess she has a song called Wolf Pussy, and she was talking about the animal, not not the term wolf pussy meaning you have a lot of pubic hair. She was like, oh, it don't have nothing to do with hair. It's about, about coming out like a lion and da 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 da. It was a great answer, but it was a very scripted answer. It was very much, this is the answer you're gonna give when people ask you about wolf pussy. You know what I'm saying? And excuse my language, y'all, but I told y'all this is gonna be one of those shows. But And it probably ain't gonna be monetized, but we having a good conversation, and it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, I agree with you 100%, Phil, and I kind of felt like that as well. And so when I say uncomfortable, I don't even mean just a one making her uncomfortable. I don't know if she's fully comfortable anymore, because I think at one point she was having fun with it. But I think at
Right.
this point, I don't know if she is still comfortable in this space. And I agree. She came up at a time of WAP and Meg the Stallion twerking and any of these other, Cardi and stuff. She came. This is the rap game she came into. You know, you we're almost
Can
at
I
a point
add
where
a thought?
go ahead, babe.
So like I totally agree with you. And the one word that came to my mind as you were sharing that was boundaries. And I think that's a problem she may have. And I'm not trying to diagnose or nothing or anything like that. It's boundaries. It's like I can be this person, but when you've crossed over that boundary with me, I have the right to retreat, say stop, and things like that. I think that's a big word that people need to, realize with each other is boundaries. Like, hey, yo, you going too far, and I'm cutting this off right here and now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
upset on, as y'all can see, if you don't like what I said, I still said it, and it's still love here. I still said it, but we have to. And I want men in the chat, men who are listening to this video. We have to be the ones to say something. See something, say something. They say it all the time on the metro here in DC. See something, say something. When we see a woman being harassed or men making women feel uncomfortable, we have to be the ones to say, hey, yo, you need to chill. Or do you need me to walk you to your car? Do you feel comfortable? Hey, yo, back up, like you doing too much. We have to be the ones to start saying something to change this culture. And that's it for me.
Can I say something
All
really
right.
big?
Yes,
That's what
ma'am.
I
I was
was
just
gonna
getting, I was
say,
just getting
Phil.
ready to come your way.
I know men in the chat and men listening. We have to start protecting your mothers. You have black mothers, daughters, sisters, cousins, and aunts. You wouldn't want anybody to do that to them. We have to start protecting our black women. Black women are the least protected human on earth. Those men laughing, it sent my spirit a different kind of way. Not one of them say, hey, dude, didn't she say stop? Back up. You don't have to
Or
put
even
your
if they would
hand on
push you,
nobody.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just back up with authority. And Leo, I am so proud of you. I hate that happened to you, but I'm so proud of you for sharing your story. Your
Thank you.
story may have helped a whole lot of men. I remember when Terry Crews came out for sexual harassment on a movie. You remember that?
Yeah.
They ridiculed him because he was a
They
man.
did.
I am so proud of you for having the courage to share your story on this platform.
Thank
And
you.
baby, if I could have stopped that or took an ounce of that away from you, I would have. I'm 68. I'm everybody's auntie and grandma on my YouTube family. So I would have stepped in
Thank
and
you.
I would have tried to stop that. If I'd have been there with Suki, I'm a female. I would have said, wait a minute, dude, did she tell you to stop? What's wrong with you?
Mhm. Exactly.
We have to do better as a community. And that's all I got to say. Men, y'all claiming manhood and want to be the head of households and in charge. It's time to stand up and be in charge.
Stand and
Put
be
a
counted.
stop to it.
Mhm.
There it is. Thank you, Aunt. That's 2 days in a row, Auntie Nettie. You came up here. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. Tracy, you have
I
any final
love you.
thoughts? Tracy.
Yes. So,
Tracy.
huh? What I do?
No, I was just making
You
sure you
know,
were still there,
girl,
girl.
look. You know, I be multitasking. I be busy. But when it comes to like I said, I see the two situations different. The okay guy, I mean, he is terrible. Just lock him up already. He have other issues with being too touchy feely and doing things he ain't got no business doing. Just send him on with Trey Songz and lock him someplace and be done with him. That would just make all of our things better. I think for me, because like I, I watched, like, so they were also, while they were shooting the thing, they were on IG Live. So you got to see more of the interactions, which is why I think I have a different feeling on it than most people have on it, because we're watching this and then it's like, well, in between breaks, they were rubbing feet and sucking toes and doing other things. So I'm like, I don't get that, but it was a different, so I understand the difference in saying, if I just see these clips, not watching these other things, would my mind feel different? It would. But I think more importantly, Burley B, I think I agree with you more that Suki is looking to separate herself from the persona that she's made, and is trying to, separate those two and elevate herself personally, not just being the persona that she is. And I do think that is something that she is working on, and it is going to be a struggle for us, meaning like people who know her, you know, as this caricature. It's going to be a struggle for us to flip that mindset of her, to take, this is my persona, this is me, when all we've ever known is the persona itself. But I do think over time she probably will be able to, make that transition, like, so many other artists have made. So hopefully she's able to, do that, and she's able to be successful at it. Because like I said, I watch Suki, and Suki is a interesting
She
interesting
is.
caricature. Like I said, she did an interview and she grabbed the man by his stuff, and so I was like, no way, I don't understand, because she does this. But then I understand, if you're seeing this piece of it, it's like you don't get those other pieces, and
Right.
there is that difference that is there. But yeah, A1 is always too much on Candy Coated
Yeah,
Nights,
I
like
just think, like I
always,
said, he's too much for me.
always.
I don't enjoy him, and honestly, that's why I really haven't. When he does the speak on it, I really, you notice, I don't even really talk about it. I mean, again, there are times when it's funny, but overall, it's usually more uncomfortable than funny for me.
Oh yeah, he does
Um,
the most when the least will do.
you better say it again for the people in the back.
He does
I just
all
want
the
to
time.
reiterate. Leo has dropped off, but I just want to reiterate, Leo. I know you're probably still in the
We love Leo.
bushes. So many people are thanking you for being so transparent and sharing your story. And just like Auntie Nettie said, I think you definitely have inspired some people today, especially as a man. We always want to. Why I can't get this thing open, y'all? I'm sorry. We always want to with women, but men can be sexually assaulted, and it's not just in gay relationships. It's also women can sexually assault a man. It
Hmm.
happens, but men, because it's not accepted, because you want to talk about the ridicule. A lot of men don't speak up. A lot of men don't talk about it. They don't speak on it. And so, oh, okay, he's back. Hold on, he's back. But I just want to thank you for that. I'm
Thank
getting ready to.
you.
I'm not going to shut this live down, but I'm getting
Mhm.
ready to end the conversation. So people have already been dropping off, and I thank you for those who are here. I'm getting ready to plug this microphone up and
Well,
turn
let
this.
me say one more thing, and then
Go ahead, babe.
I'll yeah, okay. This was, I gotta admit, I didn't think I was gonna share this, to be honest with you. Um, but I guess for me, it brings up a lot of different emotions for me, because the one thing I'm learning in therapy is you never really get over, not transition, but you never really get over trauma. The load
Right.
lightens a little bit, but it never really goes away. And so the whole thing with Sukiana, and I hope that's not her real name, but um, not that it matters. But I would imagine that with her, that's what it is. Sometimes when you're overtly sexual, you do that to mask a lot of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. I've been down that road too. And that's not always fun. But at the same time, that shouldn't matter. And it just really does something to me to hear people blaming her and saying, well, that's what you get. And no, that's not how it works. Because trust me, I thought the exact same thing. I can remember going to the hospital, getting my rapid HIV test because I was that afraid, and my rapid STD test, right? And the nurse actually was like, well, what happened? And I told her what happened. And she literally blamed me for it. Well, you're the one that invited him to your house. Those were her exact words. And I was like, wait, what? And they were like, and even when I asked them, I said, have I been assaulted? Because I didn't know. Because oftentimes we equate assault with violence. We don't equate assault with coercion. And well, you know you want to. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm already here. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't equate it with that. So I'm asking the people at the hospital, have I been assaulted? Well, not really. What? And it wasn't until I had a therapy session and my therapist was like, wait a minute, did you consent to that? And I said, no. He was like, you realize that you've been assaulted, right? And I didn't know. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I can tell you, there were moments where I would just roll into a ball and just cry because I'm like, I brought this person into my house, da 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 da. Even though I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I'll start getting teary. But
don't.
you know the whole thing, and it was a lot. And so when this whole thing with her came about, I'm like, okay, because I'm all about listen. I'm very raunchy, honey. I love me some Lil Kim, and I'm nasty, nasty. We all know that, okay? Well, not all of you, but but there's a time and place. And when I tell you that I'm uncomfortable, or I'm telling you no, you should respect that. And that's what gets me about the whole situation on both encounters for her is that she wasn't respected in either situation, nor was she protected. And I can understand why she drinks, because I would too. And if that's what you expect me to do, well, what else you know what I mean? If that's what you expect from me all the time, fine. You don't want me to be, because somebody said in the comments that her name was Destiny. So you don't want me to be Destiny. You want me to be Suki. That can
Right.
be a lot.
And we see that happen to we see that happen to people all the times where they create these personas and the persona takes over who they really are. And
Right.
then they can't break out of that persona. And then people are like, oh well, you used to do this and you used to do that. And it's like, well, can I evolve? Can I change? Can I grow? A lot of times people do what they have to do to get
Yeah.
in. And then once they get in, they no longer want to
Mm-hmm.
be that. They don't want to be the
Mm-hmm.
sex siren or the sex kitten anymore. I mean, we see it happen with actors and actresses. We see it happen with music. When
Look at
people
Lady Gaga. That's a good
puts out
example.
an album that's different and they're like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Why would they do
Mm-hmm.
that? And it's like, but maybe that's I mean, I use K Michelle as a perfect example. When she wanted to do a country album, people were like, country, but she's from Memphis. You don't think she
Mm-hmm.
grew up listening to country music?
She's
You
from the
know?
home of Graceland. I used to live in Memphis. It's everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, she grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, and she's got a beautiful voice, and and she stuck with it, and her country. And now look at her; she's getting invited to CMA events and all of these accolades. But who says you can only do one thing? A lot of people may not even know that K Michelle went to college on a yodeling scholarship. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Really? I
So
didn't know it either.
yes, she's a yodeler. And so she went from
Yodeling I knew,
yodeling
but
to
I didn't know
R&B.
there was a scholarship for it.
Yeah, she went from yodeling to R&B to country. But again, people don't let you. It's like they want to keep you in a box, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I just hate it sometimes when artists want to do something different. It's like people want to stick them in that box, and it's like it's like they can't do nothing different, you know.
Well, I mean, because and that's
Leo, I
another
can't
thing.
hear you. I can't hear you now. What you do? You
Oh,
sound
I'm
far away
sorry.
now.
Hold on, did I mute myself? Hold on, I probably did. Hold on. Let me put it. Hold
I
on.
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Really, B
Okay.
just can't.
Okay.
Well, she
Well,
did. I don't know.
okay. I was gonna say that that's just like with
Okay.
what I do for a living. You know what I mean? A lot of people
Microphone.
want to put me. A lot of
I
people want
plugged
to
it
put
in,
me.
so I need y'all to help me. For the people that are still in the chat, I need y'all to help me with my sound. You can
We can
okay,
hear
so then
you.
it was me then. It was me.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. But
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Then that was me then.
it's
That was me.
okay.
That wasn't Leo.
No,
Leo,
but
say
I
something.
mean, no, I was just gonna say that
Now I can't hear
just like
you.
with. Oh,
I
you
shouldn't
can't
have
hear
said
me?
nothing. Now I can't hear Leo.
What you did now,
Tracy, can
girl?
you hear Leo?
Yes, I can hear Leo.
Tracy,
I
can
can
you hear
hear him.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, it's me, y'all. I can't hear anything. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. It's me.
Okay.
Well, at least we can still hear you, and it sounds good. At least it sounds
Yeah.
clear
It
still.
sounds really good.
Okay, it's me. I can't hear anything. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, well, let's see. I don't want to do this.
I do. Oh boy, what did I do? I can't hear.
We can hear you
I tried
loud
to
and
plug
clear.
in this microphone and I can't hear. I cannot hear y'all.
We
What
can
did
hear
I
you. You
do?
sound
Yeah,
good
we
and
hear you
clear.
good.
All right, y'all. I might have to just shut this down. Hold on. Let me see something. Audio. Hold on. Let me check the audio. Let me do something. Mic volume. Testing, testing. It says
There
it's
you go.
on.
Yeah, we
We
can hear
hear
you.
you
I
good.
can't hear
Yeah,
nothing.
good.
Oh, this is gonna be another one of these lies that she cut the last 10 minutes off of.
Okay. Because I was just gonna
Speakers,
say something.
default.
That's all right.
Oh, side note,
Okay.
Leo, you
Yeah.
was on IG Live with
Can y'all
Robert
hear
and
me?
Nicole and everyone
Hello?
else. So good.
Yeah, we
Yes.
hear you.
Yes, we hear you really big. Your mic
Yeah, I was
sounds
on with
really
Robert.
good.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to just shut this down. You said my mic is perfect, but I can't hear nothing. Y'all saying it's perfect, but I can't hear a thing. I can't hear nothing. Y'all can hear me, but I cannot hear y'all. Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
What
me
did
now?
I do? I didn't do anything. See, they like the mic sounds really good.
It does. It sounds
I
great.
can't hear nothing. Okay, y'all. Let me see.
Maybe you don't have your
So let me
speakers
do
on.
this. I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna shut this live down since y'all can hear me. I'm gonna shut this live down, and then I'm gonna come back because then I can play around with this. And if a few of y'all just don't mind coming back, so I'll know if y'all can hear me or not. Because I don't want to mess this live up. This was a great live, it was a good conversation.
Awesome
So I'm going to
conversation.
shut it down. And I'm sorry I can't hear anybody on my panel, but thank you, Tracy. Again, thank you, Leo, for being so transparent. Thank you to everybody else who came up on the panel and shared. Thank you to the people in the chat. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to come right back, and then I'm going to play around with the microphone. Maybe I have to reconnect it. Maybe I have to reboot, and it has to connect, and then we'll see what it does. Okay? All right. I'm setting it down now, y'all. I'm hitting the button.
All right.